Hello and welcome you all in this video tutorial. This video is for class 10th chapter number 3 basic HTML elements part 1. Dear students, in this chapter we are going to understand basics of HTML. Along with this we will understood how to write HTML code, where to write HTML code and how to run it. Along with this we will discuss some of the tags along with their attributes. So let us start. As you can see here, I mentioned few of the points. The first one, as you know, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. It is the hyperlink specification language used to create web pages which may include text, graphics or other support media. Second point, HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. Markup language that describe the structure, layout and behavior of a web document. Third point, HTML describe the structure of a web page. Fourth one, HTML consists of series of elements. All the elements we will see one by one. Next, HTML elements tells the browser how to display the content. Next point, HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is a link, etc. So likewise we will do some of the examples to see how the HTML elements labeled in pieces of content as written in point number 6. As I told you, we will discuss history of HTML. So the history as already given on page number 68. So please refer. And as I told you, HTML started its journey in the early 1980s with GML, stands for General Markup Language. Next, in 1986, this language was modified and was launched with the name SGML, Standard Markup Language, General Markup Language. Later on, in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee and his team redesigned the language and named it HTML. Likewise, standard version of its came in 1995 when HTML 2.0 version was announced. After 2-3 years, 3.0 version was announced, and likewise 4.0, and nowadays we are having HTML 5. So this is a small introduction about history of HTML. This is already given in your book also, so please refer. Next, learn HTML using Notepad or text editor. Dear student, apart from Notepad, we are having many more customized application or professional HTML editors, but it's my suggestion, it's our recommend to use plain text editor. If you want to learn HTML, then use plain text editor so that you are able to learn all the tags, all the attributes and the syntax how we write HTML for a web document. In the same way, if we moving to the next, then we are having the step. As you all know, if you are using Windows 7, Windows 8 or maybe you are using mobile for HTML. Suppose you are using Windows 7, so how to start Notepad? The steps are very common. You can click on Start button, Programs, Accessories and Notepad, and from Run panel also you can use open Notepad. As I am going to open, just see, as you type Notepad inside Run panel, and as you hit on Enter key, Notepad window is going to appear on the screen. So this way you are allowed to open Notepad. So before doing the program on Notepad, let me tell you about some of the editors. As given in your book, writing HTML documents, we use HTML editors. So if we discuss about HTML editors, so there are mainly two types of HTML editors. The first one is what you see is what you get. It means for this, if you want to use any customized software or any customized editor like Adobe Dreamweaver, Google Web Designer, apart from this many more are there. So you are allowed to use for creating a web document or web page. Next editor, that is text editor. Text editor, you can also create HTML document using normal text editor like Notepad or WordPad. So in this video I am going to use Notepad for creating web pages, and it's my suggestion also, if you really want to understand or learn HTML, to use Notepad, so that each and every text manually you need to type. Apart from this, if you are using any professional or any customized tool for creating web page, so in that tool might some of the codes are written, are predefined, or it was already written on the screen, or you may find their intelligence like as you type in suppose you want to write HTML, so as you type H, so the intelligence will guide you. Next you need to type TML, so likewise. So if you use any customized tool, in this way you are not able to learn, but if you use plain text editor, so you are allowed to learn something. So that is why it's my request to use plain text editor for creating web pages. So this is about editor, mainly two types. Either you use any customized editor or professional editor tools, or in place of this, either you may use plain text editor like Notepad or WordPad. Next thing, in order to run a HTML code, we need a browser, web browser. As I already discussed, as I already told you, without web browser we are not able to view the web content or web document. So HTML, by using HTML we are allowed to create web document or web page only. So to view that web page, web document, we need a web browser. So as you know, web browser is a software, application software is used to view web documents or web pages. It acts as an interface between user and World Wide Web. Why World Wide Web? This you already know. Okay, let us start. Let us see. As you can see here, HTML basic example. All HTML document must be started with a document type declaration, doc type HTML. It is not mandatory, it is optional, but you have to put this doc type. But if you not put, no problem with that. The HTML document itself begin with HTML and end with HTML. The visible part of HTML document is body. So whatever we can see on the screen on the browser, that is body part. So let us see one example. Let us create one example how we will create a web page and how to run it. So suppose here I am going to create a web page. So as written here, as you can see here, it was telling whenever you start any web page, so must put this doc type .html. So right now I am not going to put that doc type. I directly start my code from HTML. Head, inside head we must put title. Title, any title, first page. Title close, head close, body start, and inside body suppose I write here my first HTML page. Close the body. As I told you, as when you run this particular code, So whatever content you might see, that content present inside body itself. Okay. Now we need to save this page. For saving this page, click on File, Save As. Now here you need to choose the location where you want to save the file. Suppose I want to save it on desktop. From desktop, give a file name. Suppose I give this demo.html. Don't forget to put this HTML extension, because if you forget to put, then it treated as a text file. So always whenever you create a web page, must put this extension .html or .htm. Save it. My file is saved. Go to the desktop and try to view that file. Going to the desktop. Yes, my file is here. As you can see, with the name of demo, I save my file. Let us run this file. How to run? Right click, open with any browser, either Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. So suppose I open with Google Chrome. Now see, this is my output. Inside body I written my first HTML page. So I am getting the output, my first HTML page. Okay, moving to the slide. Now, so this is way how you create a simple HTML document. Now till now we understood how do we write HTML code inside Notepad, how to save it and how to run it. Moving to the next, viewing HTML source code or inspect element. So for inspect element, what we need to do is move to the browser. For viewing HTML source code, you may directly right click here and view page source. As you click, you are getting the page source code, but it is not in editable format. You are not allowed to edit the code source code here. If you want to make any changes, then you must go to inside Notepad, whatever Notepad you have created. Now suppose here I want to change it. I want to change this message. This is my second web page. Suppose I want to write second HTML page. So as I save my changes and going to the browser, and as I refresh, my output is also going to change. Just see, now I am getting my second web page. So this way you can view the source code, and if you want any changes, then you can change the source code. Okay. Now moving to the next, HTML elements. The HTML elements is everything from the starting tag to the ending tag. Later on I will tell you HTML elements is categorized in two parts, container elements and empty elements. So for time being, let me tell you about how we will write tag name, and inside that how we will put the content. For example, here it was written H1, my first heading. So H1 is a HTML tag used for specifying heading labels. Let us see how we will use this H1 tags. So again, go to open the Notepad, the same example. In the same example only I am going to edit H1 as written here, there, heading, suppose heading 1, H1 close. Now H1 heading label started from H1 and with H6. H1 is the highest heading label, or this one shows in bigger font size. If you want to see, if you want to check, I'll save the changes, and as I refresh the page, you can see heading 1. Now after seeing all the heading, you will know the difference. Suppose here I use H2. Copy the same, paste it here and make it H2. H2. Likewise H3. We have total H6. Change this H3. H3 close. This way H4, make it H4, H4 close. H5, make it H5, H5 close. Make it H6, here also H6 and H6 close. So these all are the heading labels. Now if I save it and run it, observe the changes. Just see, H1 is the largest one, H6 is the smallest one. Just see, H2 is smaller than H1. So likewise these all are the heading label. In that H1 is the larger one and H6 is the smaller one. So this way we can specify the heading. Next, here one more. Some HTML elements have no content like BR element. In here only I want to tell you, as I told you, we have container elements and we have empty elements. Container elements contain a starting tag as well as ending tag, but empty elements contain only starting tag. As mentioned here, some of the HTML elements have no content, like it contain only starting elements, starting tag. So that element, that tags are known as empty tags. So these elements are known as empty elements or empty tag. Empty elements or empty tag do not have any ending tag. Nested HTML elements. What is the nested HTML elements? Dear student, if you have observed, HTML element can be nested. This means that HTML can contain other elements. All HTML document consist of nested HTML elements. The following example contains 4 HTML elements. For example, HTML body, H1 and P1. If you can see this example, this notepad, so you will understood what it means. Just see, if I maximize it, just see, nested means nested HTML means HTML tag inside HTML tag, a list within a list. Likewise, if you observe here, I started HTML, it was ended at the last. Next, head started here and here. Likewise, body started here and here. So this way, this is the HTML structure to specifying, to creating a web document. This structure we need to follow, and this structure is somehow creating a nested elements. So this way, as mentioned in the example, so let us do the example. Here it was my first heading and my first paragraph. So let us use 2 different tags. Go to Notepad and here specify the paragraph tag. P tag. This is my first page. Like this, P tag close, and in this we have written heading 1. Save it, go to the browser. Whenever you do any changes, you need to save that changes, then only you are getting, you see, this way you are getting the output. This heading inside H1 tag and this one inside P tag, inside paragraph tag. P stands for paragraph tag. Next, HTML body tag. HTML body tag define main content of HTML document which display on the browser. As I told you in the beginning only, whatever content you might seen on the browser, on the screen, that all content reside inside body tag. That is why here it was written body tag defines the main content of HTML document which display on the browser. It can contain, the content may be paragraph, heading, image, tables, link, audio, video, anything. The body must be second element after the head. It means, if you refer this one, this notepad where we have mentioned, then you might have noticed, as you can see, this body tag contain these many contents that contain maybe paragraph, heading, image, table, links, video, etc. Then here one thing you have to be understand, the body tag must be the second element after head tag. If you observe this notepad, then you notice as I close the head tag, then next tag I started, that is body tag. That is why here it was written the body must be the second element of head tag. It should be placed between closing head and closing HTML tag. Just see here closing head and here closing HTML. In between this we have a body tag. This tag is required for every HTML document and should not use once in the whole. It must be used once in a whole document. It means we don't have two body tag in a same document. Syntax: how to write how to use body tag. So first we need to write body tag. Inside that we need to place the content. At last we need to close body tag. One example is also given here. So this example we will do in next class.